Hey guys, happy weekend. So I actually want to talk about a few things. I have some messages for you that I just wanted to share, and I also want to talk a bit about shadow work and about like therapy and things like that. So first thing I want to say, and this is going to be a message for everyone who thinks that circumstances can't change, that their ex can't change their mind, that their ex can't change, and things like this. So, guys, here's the thing. Uh, if you're gonna think these things, number one, you're gonna be blocking yourself, which is really bad. You gotta be open for it. And if you want your ex back, you gotta be open for opportunity that they will change their mind. I hear a lot, oh, there is no way they're gonna change their mind. There is no way. I did too many mistakes and there's no way. This is not true. I can tell you that from my experience as a spellcaster of almost 22 years, guys. Yes. So I've seen a bunch of cases where people have done a bunch of mistakes. And guess what? Got their access back. Not every time, of course, but it's not impossible, is what I'm saying. And, people do change all the time. This whole life, this whole human existence experience, whatever you want to call it, is about changing because uh, our purpose as humans is to learn and grow. And when we learn and when we grow, we change. We change all the time, guys. And you're saying, oh, my ex will never change. They are literally changing all the time. So we are changing all the time. Like, for example, we change. We are first little babies, then we are kids, then we're grown ups, then we grow old. The lucky ones that get to grow old, that get to grow up and grow old. But, we change physically and we change emotionally because when we are born, we have no traumas, we have no limiting beliefs, nothing. And then over our life, all of that changes and we change all the time. We change our preferences, we change our taste in music, in clothes, we change we change all the time. Think about it. Are you the same person you were last year? No, probably not, right? Every experience you have has changed you. Every trauma you had has changed you. So we change all the freaking time. For example, I used to hate the color green. I couldn't stand the color green. It was all just black for me, thank you. I don't typically like colors. And the color green was specifically the one that I would never wear. I just didn't want near me. It's gross. And now I love green. It's probably my favorite color, not black green. And I want everything green. So that's a big change. And I don't know how it happened, but tastes change. You used to dislike something, now you like it. Or, for example, these are all like examples that are not exactly what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong, but it's just an example how things change. Everything changes. Like you change in every single way. So, also maybe you loved your hair a certain way and now you love it a different way. You've changed your taste, you've changed your preference. You also change emotionally. You can change your mind about anything, and you do it all the time. And it's not just you, everybody does it. And yes, your ex as well. Yeah. So they can change their mind regarding you as well, because they are changing all the time. And you know how we learn our lessons and we grow? Well, everybody has lessons to learn and to grow. Your ex as well. It's not like they are not learning anything and you're the only one who had a lesson from this relationship. They did as well. Everybody does. So life is about change and people do change. So remember the mantra I told you, people change their mind all the time. It's a very, 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 very realistic mantra. It's not me telling you, I don't know, something that's not likely possible. It's something that is actually a fact. It's a fact. Think about it. Think about how much your taste has changed, how much you have changed, how much you have learned. Um, just, probably like when you look at just yourself now and let's say 2 years ago, you have changed in every single aspect. You most likely don't have the exactly same style. You most likely don't look exactly the same, and you don't think exactly the same. You don't feel exactly the same, and you just are a bit of a different person because we change all the time. We change all the time. Life is one big change. It is. We're changing in every single way. Every single way, guys. That's what we do. So when you tell me I did too many mistakes, they will never change their mind. That may not be true. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? You know, it's not impossible. Okay. So another thing I wanted to talk about is the whole shadow work thing. And just the whole vibrational work. It's essentially the same thing. It just depends which term you resonate with better. So basically, when you're gonna be doing shadow work, you're gonna discover parts of you that you're ashamed of, parts of you that you kind of ignore, parts of you that you kind of don't want to admit to yourself that they are real, that this is who you are. Because we all like to think that we are really great people, and great people do not get petty, great people do not get jealous, great people do not do like petty little revenges, great people, I don't know, do not lie, cheat, all of those stuff. But nobody is great. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. It doesn't exist. So it's only natural and normal that you have a shadow part of yourself. And this part, what you're supposed to do with it is admit it to yourself that you have it, acknowledge it, because it that's what it wants. It wants to be seen. If you've seen the cartoon Inside Out, like all those emotions, they want to be seen and heard. So you have to admit you have it, and you just have to admit that this is a part of you, and that's okay. And of course, we are trying to fix the things that you don't like instead of pretending they don't exist. Also, triggers and reactions. This is really important. How you react and when you're triggered, and generally being triggered. And this is going to lead you to your childhood when you're going to be researching where it comes from. It will always start in your childhood with your parents. And by parents, I mean people that raised you. They don't have to be your biological parents, of course. I'm just using that term because it's easier. And then, of course, it's not all going to be just about them. It's going to be about other people, could be other kids, could be your first relationships. It all adds up, but this is the basis: your childhood, your parents, your caregivers. This is when it starts. And now, this is how it works. I'm just going to explain how your brain works. It won't help you much, but I think it will just be nice to know. So when we are little kids, we kind of think our parents are gods, because here's the thing: when we are little babies and little kids, we can't take care of ourselves. We don't know nothing about the world, so we don't know how to walk, how to talk. We can't feed ourselves. We can't provide money, shelter, food, anything like we can when we are adults. So we need somebody to take care of us. So we need our parents. We need them. Okay. And then they teach us everything. We learn everything from them. So we kind of think they know everything and they're perfect. They're like gods in our eyes. Perfect beings that know everything and teach us everything. And we don't ever question the stuff they teach us when we're kids. So we all believed in Santa Claus if our parents told us he was true. We all believed in Tooth Fairy, in like, whatever religion our parents were, all of those things, because our parents know best. If they say something's real, then that's real. And the thing is that later, when you kind of discover that your parents were wrong, that they did this, and this mistake, you start to resent them. And the reason why you resent them more than anyone else is because you, as a child, thought they were perfect, and they were like, they can't be wrong. They're like gods. They're godlike creatures. But of course, now you're aware that your parents are just people like anyone else, just a regular human beings. So regular human beings don't know everything. They make mistakes all the time, and they're imperfect. So it's very important to just let go of that resentment and forgive them, because they were doing the best they could. People have jobs, stress, all sorts of stuff, and it's just a lot of work, and nobody is a perfect parent or a perfect human being. Now, let's connect that to your romantic relationships. So, the thing is that our brain kind of sees our partners as our parents. It's messed up, I know, but that's how it works. And when we are little kids, we actually can't survive without our parents. We need them. We actually need them. We would die without them. We would. If we were like babies and we were abandoned, and nobody would take care of us, we would die, obviously, or little kids, because we can't do anything. Anything. However, when we are adults, this is no longer the case. But have you noticed how after heartbreak, you feel like you're gonna die without that person, and you really need them? You think you need them. You don't actually need them. So you need your parents when you're kids, but when you're a grown up, you do not need a partner to survive. You can survive on your own. You don't actually need a partner. You want a partner, it's nice to have a partner, but you do not need one for survival. However, your brain goes back to your childhood, and it kind of sees it as your parents, and as you sees yourself as that little child, and thinks, oh no, I'm gonna die because this person left. But you have to remind yourself, you are not a little child, and you are definitely not gonna die because somebody left you. So it's just what's happening in your brain that I'm explaining. I'm aware that's not how it looks like, and I know how heartbreak looks. But yeah, just wanted to clear that out. And now I would like to talk about therapy a bit. As you know, I actually am a therapist. So this is going to be unpopular opinion by a therapist for sure. So it definitely will depend on the type of therapy you're getting. But the thing is that therapy is meant to, kind of make you. Usually, what you do in therapy is like a retroscopic thing where you are kind of connecting all of this. Where is something coming from? What happened? Why are you reacting a certain way? So, the things that you should be doing when doing your vibrational work. But the thing is that it focuses so much just on the causes of something, and it kind of keeps you in that victim mentality, because you're discovering more and more stuff that somebody did to you, and you're just feeling like you're feeling more and more like a victim. And it can actually be a vicious circle that can keep you in victim mentality. So the point should be to actually, understand where things are coming from, why you react in a certain way. But the emphasis should be on, forgiving everyone, letting it go, understanding that that is in the past, that you are a grown up now, that you actually can choose how you feel, you can actually control your emotions, and you can actually decide for yourself. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a little kid anymore. And you can let all of that go and just stop, resonating with all of that. Because that's kind of what we tend to do when we start digging. We are going to automatically feel like victims because we're going to find things that happen to us and that were not okay and that have made us, anxious or whatever the case may be. But the idea is to actually let all of that go because it's the past and to focus on the present. And in the present, you are a grown up. You are a grown up. You have control over your emotions and you can decide for you, and you can decide to either stay in victim mentality or to grow and learn. And everything that happened to you is something you should learn stuff from. It's not something where you should get stuck and feel like a victim. Okay. Also, have you noticed that after every heartbreak, once you heal, that a certain thing happens, and that is that you find your self-worth again. So a lot of these lessons are about learning your worth, understanding your worth. It's very important because, what is high vibration really? High vibration is being in good mental state. And that means knowing you are worthy, knowing you're good enough. And when you feel safe, and you feel safe when you feel you are good enough and you're worthy, that is when you react in a healthy way. That is when you don't get triggered. And that's just a certain state, the vibrational state, energetic state. It's a different type of energy. And you're gonna feel when it happens because your mood's gonna change and you're just gonna feel good. And this is how you're supposed to feel all the time. And you probably did feel like this at certain periods of your life before, something bad happened that got you into victim mentality and maybe you stayed there for too long. So that's it. Another thing I kind of want to clarify is that people often think if they're like in high vibrations, if they're high vibrational, that they will only attract great people, only good people, only people that are a perfect match for them. This is not true. Like, you're going to be attracting all sorts of people. And like when you are in high vibration, you are generally magnetic, and it doesn't choose, like your magnetism doesn't choose, oh, this is a good person, this is a good match. No, other people will be attracted as well, all sorts of people, because they're just gonna feel, oh, this is really nice energy, really nice magnetic person, I'm attracted. It will not just be great people. However, what is the catch? What's gonna be different is that you yourself will be attracted to healthier individuals. So everyone's going to be attracted to you. I don't mean literally everyone in the world, but all sorts of people. And you will gravitate to like healthier ones, the ones that are a good match. So that's the difference. Okay. So I hope this is clear. If anybody has any questions, I'm always there. Bye, guys.